Welcome to the Monday, September 12th, 2016 meeting of your Weld County School District 6 School Board. This meeting is now in order. Would you join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Roll call, Ms. Brea.
Mr. DeWitt,
Present.
Mr. Hafley,
Present.
Mr. Hall,
Present.
Mr. Lydiak,
Present.
Mrs. Pappas,
Ms. Pappas is excused this evening.
Dr. Richard,
Dr. Richard is also excused this evening.
Mrs. Solis.
Here.
5 members are present.
Thank you. The next item is the Board of Education President announcements, and those of you who have been in this room or on the TV set for a while know that each meeting we like to point out the things that reflect the district's intent to engage, empower, and inspire. And tonight we do that in one fell swoop with a whole bunch of thank yous and observations of community support that will be presented in a little while for our kickoff sponsors. But I also want to throw out a big thanks to our friends at Christ Community Church, who kind of snuck up on Central High School and Heath Middle School and fundamentally redecorated our grounds. And so certainly our supporters are thanked every time we turn the corner. They're offering some additional support for the kids in our school district, and we certainly appreciate it. The next item is the hearing of persons desiring to speak before the Board of Education. Ms. Brea, do we have someone interested in chatting with us tonight?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. The next item then, Ms. Brea, would be the work session report, please.
Board of Education President Roger DeWitt began the work session with open comments from board members and reviewed the board calendar and upcoming events. Superintendent Dr. Deirdre Pilch discussed the National School Boards Association annual conference that will be held in Denver. She then reviewed the revisions to Policy KJ, Volunteers in Schools, which will be presented later this evening. President DeWitt discussed the Council of Student Representatives and took board suggestions for working with this student group this year. And that concluded the work session.
Thank you. Dr. Pilch, I wonder if you can offer a superintendent's report this evening.
Well, you know, Mr. DeWitt, that I probably can.
Thank you very much.
Oh, if my technology is working for me here, been flying a little blind tonight. So I want to start with talking about our mill levy override. This is ballot measure 3A, and we have been preparing information to go out to our community and our families. We have information on our district website that explains the facts around 3A and what this actually means for District 6 and for our students, and this investment in our students. This week, toward the end of the week, parents should be getting a letter either through electronic message or through their Friday folders or Thursday folders with the facts in those letters. We're also, big push still for voter registration and sending out information to make sure that all of our employees and our parents are registered to vote, and if they've moved, that they've changed their address and updated their address on their voter registration. And then finally, we have been working on a sheet by level. So we'll have, by next week, we'll have a sheet for elementary schools that'll show what the mill levy override 3A actually means for our elementary schools. And then we'll have the same for K-8s, middle schools, and high school. So we're excited about that because it'll actually give, when I go out and talk to schools, you all heard it last week when we visited a school, it's, what are we going to get here at our school as a result of 3A? And so we're putting that information together so that our community and our families will know that. So we're excited about that. And then you might have heard that District 6, it will be receiving some additional revenue. And this additional revenue is coming to us from our revenues off of oil and gas in the Pawnee Grassland area. As a part of the 2009 House Bill 1250, under this bill, 25% of the funds that are collected must go to roads and bridges. and 25% must go to schools, and the other 50% can be allocated as decided upon by a committee. Well, the county commissioners and a few of my superintendent colleagues came together and made the decision to allocate 50% of those dollars to roads here in Weld County, and then another 50% to education, which will be divided 25% to the Bright Futures program and the other 25% to the 17 school districts with schools in Weld County. So this is just over $700,000 for District 6, including our district charters. They'll share in these dollars as well. And we're pretty excited about this. I'm sure you're wondering, well, what are you going to do with that money, Superintendent Pilch? Well, I'll tell you. We always have this long list of capital improvements and deferred maintenance. And so once we proportion the dollars out across our charter schools as well as the remainder of District 6 will be just over $500,000, and that will go to deferred maintenance. And to put this in perspective for you, remember that we have over $300 million in deferred maintenance across District 6. So $500,000 is barely a little scratch in that $300 million in deferred maintenance needs. But nevertheless, we're excited to have it, and we just have to decide which roof or roofs is in the worst condition to receive those dollars. So I'll keep you posted on that as we go through this school year. You know, we published our results last week as part of our state assessment, the PARC results. And there was a lot of information in the Greeley Tribune about our English language arts results and our mathematic results. And I won't go into that detail here with you. We've met with each board member to go over the results individually. But what I want to say overall is, you know what? There's far more to celebrate in those results than there is for us to wring our hands over and to worry about. And can we do a better job? Absolutely. Every single day, we're working as hard as we can to be the best that we can be. But we're pretty pleased with the improvements that we saw in those results. And we're particularly pleased with how well our gifted and talented students, the students who are identified as gifted and talented, they are outperforming statewide students who are identified as gifted and talented. Isn't that amazing? And our students who are identified as being on free and reduced lunch, they are actually outperforming other students in the state who are identified as on free and reduced lunch. So those are big celebrations here in District 6. Can we do better? Absolutely. But I'm pretty darn excited that we did as well as we did. And we're continuing to dig into those results and to line it up with our strategic plan to be certain that we're doing the right work. And then finally, this Wednesday, we will train all of our action team members for our strategic planning team. So we're excited that we'll be bringing in well over 100 people, and we will start this work on our action plans with our strategic plan. So excited about that work beginning this week. That's all I have tonight, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Pretty exciting time. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda, and that is an action item. I'll accept a motion at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved to the second. Comments or questions? Roll call, Ms. Berea.
Mr. DeWitt,
Aye.
Mr. Haefele,
Aye.
Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak,
Aye.
Mrs. Solis,
Aye.
and the motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Next item is the approval of the consent agenda, and that is going to require a motion at this time as well.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve items as presented on the consent agenda and authorize the officers to sign any and all materials or contracts.
Second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Question or comment? Seeing none. Roll call, Ms. Berea.
Mr. DeWitt,
Aye.
Mr. Haefele,
Aye.
Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak,
Aye.
Mrs. Solis,
Aye.
and the motion carries 5-0.
The next item is a special item in a lot of ways, and the subject is the 2016 School Kickoff Community Celebration Sponsor Recognition, which is not really a mouthful when you consider how much support our community has given us in this kickoff program. And Dr. Pilch, you want to lead us in that charge?
I will, Mr. DeWitt. So I see that our Director of Communications has come to the podium, Teresa Myers, and really the coordination and direction of this event really is to the credit of Teresa Myers and her staff. And I know she'll recognize her staff this evening who are here and those who are not here, but we could not have done this event without the leadership that Ms. Myers and her staff provide. It's truly remarkable. You know, when I came to the district just over a year ago and I saw this event for the first time, I was awed by it. And then to see what we pulled off, what we delivered for our families, again, and really have grown the event, and we couldn't do that without our partners in our community, who I know you're looking forward to recognizing. Teresa, so I'm going to pass it over to you.
I am looking forward to recognizing this special group of community supporters, because honestly, without them, we could not do this event. And I appreciate the kudos for organizing it. We do have a really strong steering committee that helps with this event. Includes myself, Casey Pearson, the communications specialist, Ashley Boyer, the volunteer who coordinates all the volunteers for the event. This year we added Gina Smith from the finance department, who helped coordinate the backpack giveaway. Bob Billings coordinates the Next Care and the sports physicals that are done on site. Kara Sample and now Chef Matt Poling will also be part of our steering committee to organize the some 2,500 meals that we plan to serve next year. They did a fantastic job. And as well as Karen Wainscott, who helped with the registration, some of the on-site things that we were doing for our families that day, so I appreciate it. Well, as I'm sure most of you know that we're out there, this was an amazing event again this year. We were able to grow it because of the support of our sponsors. This year we were able to give away 2,700 backpacks filled with school supplies compared to the 2,200 that we gave away last year. Our goal for next year is already 3,000, so we'll see if we can get to that level. But our sponsors help in a variety of ways that are immeasurable to us, from, like I said, Next Care providing on-site sports physicals to more than 80 kids this year, to High Plains Library District, which had a huge display. If you didn't get to see that, it was amazing. And registering kids for library cards and getting them into the library to actually pick books that day. They set up a little mini library. It was amazing. Banner Health is our title sponsor, and they had several health booths out there that were just amazing. Lots of our community booths are our sponsors as well, and they gave away additional school supplies, additional pens and pencils and notebooks, so that was amazing. As always, we just couldn't do this without our community partners. And I want you to look at the list of people that sponsor this event, because it really is a microcosm of this whole community. It is faith-based organizations, it is businesses, it is healthcare organizations, it is nonprofits and philanthropy organizations. It is just a real cross-section of this community that comes together to put on this event every year. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm just so grateful to these people who are our sponsors. So tonight we are all about honoring them, and I'm going to first announce the businesses and organizations that actually have representatives here to receive their honor tonight, and then I will run off the whole list of sponsors, because we had over 40 sponsors this year, which is pretty phenomenal. And I will tell you, I am not a fundraiser. I really am bad at it. But these guys make it so easy, because they come back year after year to help support this event, and then they help me find other people to support this event as well. So it's made my job a lot easier. So first, I would like to start off with Banner Health, and Dawn Olson from Banner, I'm going to hand these to you, is here tonight. Banner Health is our title sponsor for this event, which means that they not only provide the most money, but they also really associate their name with this, and they become the premier health sponsor for this event. So we're so grateful to them. So Dawn, thank you so much. So a new sponsor this year, I'm happy to recognize, and I believe Blaine. Thanks, I'd never say your last name right, Blaine, I'm sorry. From Extraction Oil and Gas is here. They came on this year as a premier sponsor, so we really appreciate that. And not to leave out the local arm of our healthcare system, NCMC Inc. came on this year as a premier sponsor as well, so thank you. And I believe Jeff Carlson from NCMC Inc. Thank you, Jeff, so much. One of our other premier sponsors, Flood and Peterson, and I believe Bob Murphy's here to accept this. For the second year in the row, the Community Foundation serving Greeley and Weld County has come forward with some really big sponsorships, both through the Monthart Family Foundation Fund and through the Littler Family Fund. So Rand Morgan is here from the Community Foundation. Thanks, Rand. And now we'll get into some of our backpack sponsors, and these are who helped us actually purchase the backpacks. First is FMS Bank, represented by Patty Gates here tonight. Next is Sea Level Operations, who's represented by Ken Sponsler tonight. Is someone here from Our Savior's Lutheran? Oh, hi. I'm sorry, they came in late. So Our Savior's Lutheran was also a backpack sponsor this year. And Sunrise Community was, they had to cancel at the last minute, but they were also our entertainment stage sponsor this year. And I believe Kaiser Permanente, is anybody here? They were also a sponsor this year, but I weren't sure if they were going to make it. And Brian McKinnon, North Colorado Realty. Brian had a showing tonight, so I wasn't sure if he could be here. Brian's an ex-teacher in the school district, and he was one of them that was giving out notebooks and amazing things. Sears Real Estate, Elaine Bradley is here tonight. They were a $500 sponsor. Greeley Education Association. I believe Deb Neergaard's going to take this tonight. Thanks, Deb. The Greeley Flag Organization of Northern Colorado from Pat Kennedy is here tonight. Thanks, Pat. And Alpha Delta Kappa, and that is Kathy Landy, is here tonight to accept it. So again, that's just a few of our sponsors, and I'd like to just take a moment to read off some of the other organizations that have sponsored this event. The Greeley Red Eye Rotary, who came on as a principal sponsor at $5,000 this year, and they raised that money through selling geraniums this year, so I was really proud. I am a member of that, full disclosure, but still, they did a grant program and got that, and they came in stuffed backpacks and then volunteered the whole day, so they were really amazing. ABC Child Development Center was a premier sponsor. JBS USA was a premier sponsor. The Success Foundation, serving District 6, the University of Northern Colorado, Ames Community College, the Greeley UPS stores was one of our sponsors, Trinity Episcopal Church, Sunrise Community Health, which I already mentioned, Tom and Donna Roberts of Greeley, who are just a couple who had heard about the event and sent in a check and were backpack sponsors this year. They were amazing. Greeley Vineyard Church, Weld Schools Credit Union, Renaissance Learning, Buffalo Wild Wings, which held a fundraiser for us at their restaurant, which was pretty amazing. Weld Family Chiropractic Clinic, North Range Behavioral Health, Leading Edge Financial Group, The Nerd Store, Pooter Learning Center, Preceptor Gamma Rho Chapter of Beta Sigma Phi, that is a mouthful, Kay Broderius, and Helen Guile, who are two of our supporters, individuals, and U.S. Bank. And in addition, I'd like to mention our in-kind donors. We have several organizations throughout Greeley that help us with some in-kind donations. That includes Alpha Graphics, Fast Signs, Acosta Brokerage, Front Range Wholesale, they're a food supplier, King Supers Bakeries, ASM Waypoint Brokerage, PepsiCo provided some drinks, Metagold, Horton Cattle Company provided us 800 hamburgers, and the Greeley Tribune provided in-kind donation through advertising. So anyway, I just again want to thank all these sponsors. As you see, it is an amazing event, and it just wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you for you who could be here tonight, and thank you for all of you who have supported this event, which we just couldn't do without you. So thank you.
Well, that's exciting, and thank you all very much. And all of you still at home, thanks to you as well. Now, there's a lot more excitement that's going to go on. You may not want to all leave at once, but I think this would be a good time if you wanted to. Good night, and thank you all very much.
Good night.